Hey, what's going on, guys? Tim here again. Got another tutorial for you today. We're revisiting the snake knot once again. Slightly different this time. We're doing the adjustable snake knot, but with the, I guess the original style that I showed, because the first adjustable cobra knot bracelet I did was kind of done in this manner. But this time we're doing this with the snake knot. And also we've added some really cool stitching to our snake knot. We've done some stitching on the snake knot before, but this one looks a little different. I think it looks really nice. Got the adjustable clasp here with the cobra knot, and also a couple whipping knots here to tie everything together. Okay, I think that looks pretty sweet, and I think I really like the way this project turned out. Hope you guys enjoy it too. So again, guys, if you're looking for any materials and tools that I use in this video, please check out my affiliate links in the description, because every time you guys shop through those links, you are supporting my channel, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so that being said, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so I got my paracord ready here. I've got a nice, kind of like a gunmetal gray, and I've got roughly 4.5 feet of each. Okay, so we've got 2 separate strands because we're doing the adjustable version. And what we're going to do before we start is we're going to make one strand. It doesn't really matter which one, just a little bit longer than the other. I want to give myself maybe 5 inches or so, roughly. That's because this will be the adjustable section of the bracelet. And I mean, you could make them even and just clip this later, but why waste it, right? Okay, so yeah, we're going to start off with a single snake knot. So let's do that. I'm going to bring the left strand behind, like so. Okay, it would be like this. And next we're going to bring the right strand around, and we're going to bring that through this little opening here. Okay, so I'm going to push this through here, pull it all through. Right, there we go. Oh, don't lose it. You can always just kind of adjust it after. Okay, so cinch that up. It's okay if you have a little excess here, you can just cut this after, right? So that should be, yeah, more than enough. It's okay. I know I'm going to have wastage anyway. I always waste paracord. Anyways, hashtag paracord sins. Anyways, so from here, you're going to loosen the knot on, I guess, the outer side facing away from you. Okay. And then you're going to take the strand from behind and put that end through, like so. And we're going to pull that shut, okay, like so. Now we have our beginnings of our snake knot. Now you're going to turn, give it a turn. Now you always know you want the 2 knots away from you when you start. That's how you know. So then you're going to loosen the one away from you again, right? And then take the strand behind. So again, the end of this strand is this strand, and go through. Little review on the snake knot for all of you. I know even sometimes I mess it up. There you go. So now we have the 2. Now again, we're going to turn it. So now the one with the 2 knots, loosen, and bring it through. So I'm going to continue doing this pattern of tying our snake knots. Okay. So again, give it a turn, and then 2 knots on this side, loosen the furthest one out, and the strand behind, grab that, bring it to the front, and put it through. So I find this method is the best for having a really nice and tight snake knot, keeping those knots tight. Yeah, I know it feels a little weird to always be continually loosening and tightening, but I feel this method works the best for me, at least, and there's other methods out there. You can do whatever you feel most comfortable with for the snake knot, but I feel doing this way does provide the nicest looking result. Because look at that, it's pretty nice. Okay, so we're going to continue tying the length of your bracelet. You'll have to determine how long of a snake knot you want. So make your way down, and then we'll move on to the next step from there. Okay, so I've woven the length of my snake knot bracelet. See, everything looks good. Now, I didn't weave the entire length. So if I, just let me show you. If I put it around my wrist, you see it's not the entire circumference of my wrist, because as you saw earlier, we're going to have that little clasp to make that adjustable part. Okay, so you don't need to weave the entire length. So this next part is completely optional. You don't have to do this, but I want to make it a little more special. So I've got my microcord here, got some red, and my type 1 fid. Okay, and we're going to do some stitching. So it's a little different than the previous one we did. I have way more microcord than I actually need, so I'll always annotate the actual amount used. We're going to start at the very top knot here. It doesn't really matter which end you go from, but to make it easier, don't start on this end. Start on this side. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this first knot, and always be careful not to pierce the actual paracord itself. Okay. So I'm just going to work my way through here. Did I pierce it? Yes, I did. Okay. Just to make it a little easier, just go through there first. Okay. So bring everything through. Make sure it might loosen the knot. Let's bring everything through like this. Okay. Like so. And now we're going to go through the exact same spot that we did before. Like that. Okay, so we're just kind of doubling it up. This is kind of like anchoring our microcord there. And you want the cord to kind of sit right there. Okay. The first one won't look that great. It's okay. You want to kind of sit right there. So now, from here, we're going to go through, we went through the first one. Now we're going to go through the second one. Okay. And try to get it. See how I'm going kind of through this top knot here? Go through there like that. Okay. Because we want to accent this little middle part of the snake knot. Okay. So we'll bring that through there. Pull everything through. Make sure not to, see I'm getting caught up here. Be careful not to do that. Sorry, just bear with me while I straighten that out. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're going to pull everything out. Okay. Don't worry about that first one, but so now we did that. Now we're going to go through the exact same spot again. Like that. Okay. Oh, I pierced it again. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to pull everything through. Don't get tangled. And you want to line it up. There you go. See that second knot? That's what you're looking for there. You want it following this line. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. Next knot. I'm going to kind of just dig in there. This is a little time consuming, but I think the end result is nice. Also, this is a lot harder when I do this behind the camera because I can't really, I have to look around the camera. Okay. There we go. I feel like it might be easier to kind of attack it on this angle. Anyways, okay, let's bring that through. And then again, we go through the same angle. Like that. Okay, so I think that's pretty clear. If that wasn't clear, just kind of skip back a bit and check what I did. So there you go. That is the microcord accent. Okay, so I'm going to continue making my way down this bracelet. Yeah, this is too hard to do behind the camera. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to continue going. And as you can see, it's really just like a pattern following this little line here. Okay, so continue going down the length of your bracelet. And when you get to the end, we will finish off the last step. Okay. Okay, so I'm almost done my stitching. And after, a bit of practice down here, I found it does really help if you kind of go on this kind of side angle, like this, and you kind of just go straight through like that. And it's probably the easiest way instead of kind of digging at it from this angle, because you'll often, pierce the paracord and you won't be able to get your stitching through. So we're almost done. I think this is almost my last knot. So I'm just thinking of how exactly to finish this, and I don't think there's too much to it. We're just going to get this last stitch in. I think what we can do is just kind of go through the last knot here. There we go. Let's go through the last one here and just go straight through. I don't think we need to do anything too special. So we'll go through here again. And we'll do one last one. Okay. I think from here, the easiest thing is just to melt the paracord where it is. Okay, we'll get this one, the last one to line up. And if you're really paranoid, I mean, you can, let's try this actually. We can kind of do it like we did with the stitching on the fishtail. Is we'll just go through here. Let's try to get this through here. There we go. Just bring it back through here. I think that should be okay. Yeah, I think that's good. And then you can just snip and singe it from here. That should hold it in nicely. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to clip off the excess micro cord. And up here, same thing. You can clip that off. And also what I'm going to do is, while we're cutting paracord, for the next step for the clasp, the adjustable part. So you see how this is very similar to the adjustable cobra knot. But we've got the short one on the bottom here. So you want to clip off the opposites. Okay, so this is my excess. I'm going to cut this one off. And that means I'm going to cut off the excess on this one, right? Because we want these two cords to be our clasp part. So make sure you do one top, one bottom. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this one and this one. Right, so we only have two left, and then that's where we're going to, right here is where we're going to make our clasp or closure. Okay, so do all that next. Clip off the microcord and then the corresponding strands for the snake knot. All right, so I've trimmed off all the excess like I said I would. See, we want the cords to match up like this. So now for the closure, you've got options here. You can use the cobra knots. You can tie a whipping knot. It's really up to you, but I'm just going to go pretty simple with the cobra knot. I've got a piece of gutted red paracord here, roughly a little over a foot, maybe a foot and a half. Okay, so we're just going to do the cobra knots here. So I'm going to bring that over the core like so, bring that behind, and tie that. Okay, so now this is going to end up being the closure part. I'm probably going to make this about 1 inch or so. But yeah, we can really, it's up to you what you want to do with this part. Also, if you're tying the cobra knot, put a good amount of tension on it, but don't pull it way too tight, because these inner strands have to be able to slide back and forth, because that's how we're going to open and close the bracelet, right? Okay, so we're going to close this up. I'll do one more. Okay, well, it's a little twisted. There we go. So you can kind of give it a bit of a test if you want. Yeah, see, it's got a decent, has to have a little bit of tension on it, but not way too much. And then close it. I'm just gonna do this off camera. It's a little easier. So that's how you can test your length, right? Looks good. So now what we're gonna do is you can snip and singe the excess here. So that is these two pieces on the sides. Now, as for the, you know, these adjustable parts, you want to give yourself maybe, what is that? 3 inches, 4 inches? It's up to you. Play around with that. You know, figure out the length that you need for this to make it so it's not, you know, you don't want strands that are like way too long hanging off to the sides, but at the same time, you don't want them too short either, so you have enough space to get in and out. So I'm going to clip maybe about here and here, clip these off. And to keep them from sliding out, you can really easily just tie like, you know, just a regular knot like this on the end. Like that. But what I think I will do is I'm going to take my excess microcord here, and I will tie, I'm going to see if I can tie some whipping knots on the end. We'll see how that goes. And if you don't see it in the next clip, it's because I failed. All right, so yeah, so just finish it up. Clip off the excess here and here, and determine your length for your adjustable strands here, and think of a way that you want to, you know, make it so the strand doesn't slide out. Okay, so I tied the one whipping knot on this side. Turned out pretty well, went pretty easy, so I'm going to show you guys really quickly how I did it. So we've got my cord here. So it's okay to leave a little excess so you know where to adjust it to, but anyways. So we've got our microcord on this side. So how many passes did I do? That was roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Gotta be OCD on this, guys. All right. So, got your cord here. You're gonna bend it back and then bring it forward again, like that. Okay. So now we start winding. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so roughly that looks right. Okay, so now before you do anything else, you want to go through the loop here. Okay, so let's go through here. And if this isn't clear, guys, I know we're working with a really small cord here. I have a dedicated tutorial for this. Okay, I know my fingers are in the way, but okay, so let's pull this shut. That. There we go. And also pull this one shut. All right, there we go. I think I might have missed a pass. It's okay, I'll fix it later. But that is more or less the whipping knot, and please check my other tutorial for that, because I know this is really hard to see because my thumbs are all over it. But anyways, so you can now adjust your whipping knot to where you need it to be. I want to tie it a bit tighter than I did on this one. This one came out really well. And then what I did was I'm just going to clip it here and then melt these 2 points together. Okay, so everything, that's very secure. That's not going to move. All right, so just do that and we'll be finished. All right, and there we have it, guys. We are done. Okay, so stitching is done. Whipping knots are in place. That looks pretty good. And it works perfectly, right? So I know you guys like these kind of adjustable bracelets, especially the Mad Max one. You guys love those, I know. But I think this style is pretty cool too, especially when you tie in the colors like this with the whipping knots and this clasp here and the stitching. This piece, I think, comes together really well. All right. So I hope everything was nice and clear. Do consult all the related tutorials. I know some of these I glossed over because I've already done them before, but do check those out if you're not sure. Also, if you have any comments or questions, please do leave them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And last but not least, if you're looking for anything I use in this video, do check out my Amazon affiliate links because anytime you guys shop through those links, you are helping me out a lot. And you are supporting this channel, so thank you for that. Alright guys, that is it for me on this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.